Hi, tea timers. Shelly-Ann again. On this episode, I'm going to be speaking with Kamla Forbes Thomas, a well-known activist in the PNP party. I know her as a fierce blogger. Somehow, she has been caught in this storm of controversy surrounding the murder of Melissa Silvero. She's here to give her side of the story. I am here to provide that platform so we can dive in to what happened to beautiful Melissa and why Kamla's name has been called. Kamla.
Hi.
Hi. I want you first to tell the tea timers the last time we saw each other.
It was actually at Melissa's house about 5 years ago for the 5th birthday of the twins. And you were there with your daughter, and I was there with my children. That's the last time we actually saw each other face to face.
And we're here.
Yeah.
Back again. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah.
Under more serious circumstances.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. But I think we needed to be together in a way because of where it started with.
Indeed.
So I'm going to start. How do you know Shelly-Ann and Melissa?
All right. Well, I met them separately. I've known Melissa from high school days as an acquaintance. She's younger, but I went to Campion, well, with you, and well, she went to Immaculate. But I mean, as girls, we have mutual friends. Some were coming from prep school together. So she had a friend that went to Andrews named Tamia, and Candice and Tamia were friends who went to Campion. So it was just an interconnection.
Tamia Carey?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So it was just an interconnection of friends. And we knew each other. If I saw her, for instance, you know, you have a friend's birthday party or a barbecue or a fete or something, we'd be acquaintances. We'd say hi, you know? So I knew her. Now, Julian, I knew him through politics. You know, we support the same political party. And initially when then leader of the party decided to step down, and we had somebody who wanted to go forward, and we were organizing a team.
You're talking about Mark Golding?
No, before Mark Golding, Peter Bunting, from way back in when Portia Simpson Miller stepped down. Way back. Yes.
Okay, so when Portia Simpson Miller wanted to step down,
right.
That was that era.
Yes.
And I just need to get it in my head, the timeline.
Yeah.
And then
Peter Bunting
was coming up.
Yes.
Right.
And so we started working together.
And you were supporting
same team. Yeah.
Peter Bunting.
That is how
and
Joe
he
was also supporting.
Got it.
Yes. So that is how Julian and I became friends. And then at that time, Melissa and Julian had perhaps just gotten married, or I can't remember if they had just gotten married or they were about to get married. But it was about that time, and I think they had just gotten married. And then she was around as well, and we knew each other from before, so of course, yeah.
It was natural.
Natural.
All right. I get a sense of how everything was there. So let me ask you, meat of the matter.
Yeah.
How did you know that Melissa had died?
Facebook. Actually, I was getting ready for another funeral for another Campionite's father, Keisha Anderson. And
Keisha Anderson.
yes, her father had passed, and Rebecca, right, Rebecca and Keisha. And I was getting ready for their dad's funeral, and it was scrolling through Facebook and I saw a mutual friend's post, why I can't believe, and question marks and broken hearts emojis. So I typed who did with the eyes, and she called me. She called me and said, Kamla, are you sitting down? This was about 9 o'clock. It was a Saturday morning. Either before.
Saturday morning.
Yes, of this, right.
9 o'clock.
Either a little bit before, probably a little bit before 9, because it was a 10 o'clock funeral, that's what I remember. And I made up my mind that I was going to go to the funeral and go to work. So I got the call, and that's when she told me that Melissa had died. Of course, with the relationship that Melissa and I had, I was devastated.
What did you do when you get the call? Like, I want to know right there and then, who did you call first?
I didn't believe. So the first person I called, of course, was Shelly-Ann. I tried to call him 3 times and he didn't answer. And then I called somebody else who also didn't answer.
Who else you called?
Ricky.
Who is Ricky?
Ricky is a friend of Shelly-Ann. You understand? All of us.
He's just political.
Yes, another political.
PNP.
Yeah. And then I called Richie, who also didn't answer. Parchment.
Richie.
Parchment.
Who is he?
He's also another colleague. All of us work together closely with the campaign from Peter Bunting days,
So after you made those calls, nobody answered?
Nobody answered. So, but I got a text message from Richie saying, true.
But you didn't talk to him?
Not,
so he kind of knew what you were...
Right. He
just
knew
said,
what I was calling for, because I guess they were getting a lot of calls.
Okay. What was your next move?
I wanted to leave, but I couldn't leave because I was getting... By this time, a lot of people started calling me. I was getting calls from all over, different comrades, my mother.
Any senior members?
No. Bloggers mostly, my mother, friends, and I was crying. I was devastated. But I didn't get to leave because I was flustered. So I was looking for my keys. I was trying to put myself... I had on my clothes that I was going to wear already, but I didn't fix up myself. So I just slide on my slippers and take up my bag, and I was trying to leave, but I couldn't find my keys. And afterwards, I realized that between my husband and my son, who were home with me, one of them, they decided that I wasn't going to leave the house in that state. I spoke to my mother said, you can't leave. So I figured she called either my son, I think she called my son or my husband, I'm not sure.
Take me straight to what you did next.
All right, so I would have left the house at about 10:30. I didn't leave the house in under an hour. Right, by that time, I was scrolling. I saw on Instagram a post that she died in her sleep. That's how I actually found out that she died in her sleep, because I hadn't spoken to anybody up to that point in any concrete conversation to tell me what happened.
So you saw it on social media?
Yes, on Instagram, BOJ TV. You understand?
Okay.
So
BOJ TV, who is owned by?
Curran Spencer.
And who is Curran Spencer?
Well, he's a comrade. He's an activist.
So he would have gotten the information
right
before?
Before, yeah. And then the media by this time.
But
that's the first one I saw it on.
I want to be truthful and honest.
Yes.
And so
BOJ TV is the first one that I saw it on.
Correct.
And that was before I left home.
Okay, I get it.
Right. So we just hear that she died in her sleep, because my friend who called me didn't give me much details, because I said to her, hang up, because I was going to make other calls.
Take me to what you did. You're scrolling.
Right. So by that time now, I composed myself. I've spoken to different people, and I decided to leave. I decided that I was going to go straight to the house. So this was about 10:30 now, and by that time I leave. I don't live near to them, because you would have known that they move up in far. So it's a good hour drive from me, So when it was a Saturday morning, I had planned to go to the funeral in my office. So by the time I composed myself, my patients who were supposed to come to my office my office started to reach out to me. And
Take me straight to the house.
All
What you
right.
saw?
When I got to the house, it was crowded. There were a lot of people there.
Take me to the parking lot. How much cars we seen?
All right. So I had to, it's a common parking lot. So I had to park towards the end near the gate because the parking lot was full. You know, it's not that many apartments, but it was a full parking lot. I had to basically squeeze my car towards the end.
Okay.
You understand? Similar to the last time I was up there, which was our mother's night. It was a similar kind of crowd.
It was a full house.
Yeah, man, and a lot of people were outside. A lot of people were in the lobby, and then people were also inside upstairs.
I really don't want to cut you. So anytime you see me put my finger
Right.
up, instinctively, is that normal? Just follow what I'm asking you, just from people dying and
Yeah.
stuff. When you went there, did it feel like, did the question go, oh, so much people are doing up here?
No, it didn't.
It didn't feel that way?
No, because I know who she was and who he is. So you would expect that
Support.
the support would come in
Naturally. Okay.
So, and I knew at that time that I found out late.
And you went there yourself, so
Yeah,
it's a natural.
Yeah. So
Right.
it's natural, you know. And I mean, we've done this before, so
It has happened.
yeah.
It's natural. I just want to bring myself and everybody that's watching to how you see things.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's a different type of interview.
Yeah.
So you park and you're entering.
I walk and I see people in the parking lot, just small groups of people talking. And also you figure that some of the neighbors were there. And as you get closer, you see people right at the front. I go inside. I see a few people, acquaintances from the party that I know. I go upstairs.
Anybody who you see that you can remember?
Yeah, I remember, but
You don't want to say.
yeah, I remember them, some of them. You understand?
Anushka May
Yes.
Bunting was there?
No, yes, Anushka was there.
I'm only asking because
Yeah.
I hear this. His sister was there
Yeah, on the outside.
on the outside.
Family.
Brother-in-law, the mother,
No.
the mother not there. Michael Phillips?
Yeah,
Okay, but there's more people,
a lot.
lot more.
People from, I heard were from St. Mary, where he's from, and her family is from. So I wouldn't know a lot of those people. And also, just people from St. Mary, people from all over. Yeah.
No Mark Golden,
No.
no Peter Bunting.
No. None of, no Dayton either. None of them were there.
I never asked about Dayton
Yeah,
yet.
but his name always getting called, so he wasn't there.
You didn't see him.
I asked, and I was told he was in
Why you
Westmoreland.
asked about
Because I know that he's the general secretary, and Julian works closely with
Him.
Right, so I asked, and I was
Okay.
told he was in Westmoreland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alfred Dawes?
Yeah, on the outside.
Alfred Dawes was there.
Yeah. He was on his way out.
He was on his way out. And the reason why I'm asking about Alfred, because he did a video
Saying, yeah, I know.
saying he was not the doctor that pronounced.
Could not have been.
But he was there. I didn't
At
know he
some
was
point,
there.
yeah.
He was there at,
At some point, yeah.
I got this. And I'm only trying to create the picture. You enter the house. We pass there. There's lots of people. I'm getting a feel of who I'm seeing. I now need you to tell me if you have seen Jolyon.
Yeah, man. I hug him up, and he's obviously not speaking much. You know, we sit down. We, not even much talking, just sitting there, staring in space for a while.
He's
And
in disbelief. would you say?
Yeah, and then there are others coming, because even though I come and hug and talk, other people keep coming. So as people come and greet him, you know, So,
Did you say anything to him?
no, not much, because really and truly, what could I say? What do I say? I just a hug and cry. I was crying so much that I really couldn't speak. You understand?
Where were the kids at this?
They weren't there. I didn't see them at all during all of this. You know, I didn't see them. They weren't there. They would have gone. But
did you ask about them?
yes, I did, and I was told that they were at his sister's. I did.
But she was there.
Because the thing about it is, by now so many people were coming that they had to be looking about refreshment. You understand? So they would be going to buy drinks, getting stuff to give people food or whatever, finger food or.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, man, people were coming and going. Because by now, Jamaicans, we call it dead yard. So by now, that is the feel you're getting, even though this was now about midday, 1 o'clock,
Midday?
Yeah, man, I would have reached up there minutes to 12, because I leave home 10:30. So it took me a good while. I was on the phone with a few people.
You didn't see any police?
No. Nothing.
No
medical people, nothing like that.
From about 10-ish to 12, we're just seeing friends and family. And everybody's in a state. What part of the house did you enter in?
The living room, because that's where we converge. And the thing about it, there's a powder room there, so you really don't have to go anywhere else. So
did you know where she died?
I know. I
You
heard the
didn't
bedroom.
ask?
No. The thing about it, people talking, you hear and stuff, but you don't know. And really and truly, that's not the...
But when you walk into a space, though, you kind of get an energy.
Yeah, you do.
You do get an energy. And it could be from other people's energy of not wanting to go there. It's become a sacred space. You know what I mean?
But the setup of their place is that it's out of the way anyway. Because you enter into the living room and that's where most people converge. You'd have to go down the hall to even go towards...
There's halls.
Yeah, man, there's a hall to go that way. I've never been down there, but...
You have no idea of what inside.
I've never been inside their bedroom, so I don't know. I must say, the first time I visited that particular residence was when her mother died earlier that year, right? For the setup. I've never been to that residence. We went to the original residence where they had moved from. But this new residence is the first time I went is when her mom died, right? So at that time, everything was happening on the outside. The only time I went inside was to use the bathroom. So I've never been in the bedroom.
Nothing looked different to you?
I wouldn't know.
You went inside then? But
just in the living room. And it's the same this time.
The living room looked similar.
Yeah. And it's one time, so you don't commit these things to memory. Because at that time, they were having the gathering on the outside. I just go use the powder room and come out.
All right. You have given me a good picture.
All right.
So this is November.
Yeah.
Right? This would be the morning of the 10th or 11th.
It would have been the 11th.
11th. And it's in the news and all of this. So we are now moving to December.
Yeah.
And I would believe now, nationwide, where I heard this preempting breaking news.
Right.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
But I want to share something with you before I reach to December. The morning of the 11th, I think I need water, but wait. The morning of the 11th, I was driving with people, and they told me, they said, Melissa Silvera died. And I looked at them and I said, make sure them check for poison.
Wow.
I don't know why I said it, but, and I think it was because the person was saying to me, she's young.
Yeah.
And we have to eat proper, and no matter what we do, it was in the context of that conversation, and I instantly said, But I watch a lot of crime shows,
Exactly.
so me get a little suspicious.
And my suspicion was somewhere else because I guess we were colored that she died in her sleep. So we were thinking, oh, she probably have an aneurysm or she probably, you understand? That's where our brain was.
I hear you said the word aneurysm. So let us go back to now. We're fast forwarding to back now to nationwide being the first and the shock wave now.
Yes.
So now we're shocked.
Yeah.
Because even though I uttered those words to get an autopsy for poison, when you hear...
That was a rumor too.
Okay, I never heard it.
Yeah, man. A lot of rumors started flying, you know.
I'm not in the circle.
Yeah, man. They started...
I'm in my own zone.
They started throwing out a lot of rumors. Oh, it was poisoning. It was... She killed herself. All sorts of things.
I didn't hear none of that.
Yeah, man. And I was like, listen, Melissa would not do that. You understand?
She loved her kids.
Exactly.
I know this.
Exactly. That's what we keep saying, that
She wouldn't do
she
that.
would not kill
So
herself.
nobody could tell me that.
Nobody could have told me that.
But when I heard nationwide say 3 gunshot wounds, did I do 3? Because it's a whole heap of gunshot that.
Yeah.
And I heard and know that so many people were up there. It does not take a genius to say, if that was possible and that was reality, this must be...
It was weird,
No,
right?
this has to be the biggest cover-up in the history, I'm just being honest, of Jamaica.
But you know...
I have to drink.
Yeah. It was so odd though, because when I go back to the morning, when I heard this news now from it starts spread now, it just never makes sense to me. You understand?
No, you have to tell me why.
Because from the perspective that you just, when you go there, I didn't get that feel that...
So you don't get the feeling.
I didn't get that feel at all from being...
But the medical autopsy
showed it. That's why me shocked.
Okay. The whole world shocked.
Exactly.
Anybody in the diaspora who knows her, who do not know her, I can tell you her friends are calling Tea Time Boss and saying, so I understood it from being on the outside of that even her family, friends were shocked to hear that.
Yeah. I was shocked.
So why did the tweet or came out that you responded by saying, no, I didn't study a tweet, but there was something that came out that put you, that's defended the aneurysm. Hold on. Wait. There's something, just follow me.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So somebody said something and we saw K. Forbes says, she was bleeding through her nose. I was there and we thought it was an aneurysm. And then I saw something about the range of where the shot should be and even the type of gun it had to be. And when I saw it, I was like, I put it on my Instagram because I'm a journalist. You care, nobody want to think.
Right.
I fast in people business on a different level. It's interesting to me. So when I saw it, even though I like you, I was like, why did she place herself there and why does it feel like you are defending something before it really... Because if they say she shot, unless she was shot in the morgue, like somebody went and shot her.
That is what the conversation was actually about. You see what they did with that entire thread? They cut and splice and put it together to make it look like I was there, and I was so.
So explain.
I'm
no.
going to explain. All right. So we're having a conversation on a blogger's page. She was like, "I told you so. I told you that." I was like, "But this is odd because when we were there, it wasn't even a crime scene. It was a dead yard." I kept saying this was like a dead yard so the crime scene mash up. Everything must mash up. You understand? And at the time, the working theory, all of us thought, my exact words, that all of us thought that she had an aneurysm. You understand? Because that is what was being circulated. That she had a little blood on her nose and she had an...
So you did not see her body?
No, I was there too late because from what I've heard subsequently, by the time I found out, the body would have already been gone.
So it was gone?
Yeah, I didn't see the body at all.
She was not
went
there.
there,
So you
wasn't there.
did not
I did
tidy the body.
No.
Look at me.
No, I did not.
Look at
and
me.
Number two, I said on the same thread because somebody said that your stomach's strong to see the body. And I answered that person and said, I did not see the body, but them spliced that out.
Because there's a strong rumor.
Yeah, I see
you...
it's still going around that I'm the one that, first of all, I'm not a makeup artist. I don't dress bodies. I'm not an embalmer, right? The first rumor that started was that I am the one that pronounced her dead because I'm studying medicine. I'm not studying medicine, and I cannot, only a medical doctor can pronounce somebody dead. That's where the rumor actually started. Then there was a fake thing going around where they took my name and said that Paul will fling seed and Julian fling bullet, I clean up crime scene. That didn't come from me at all. So I realized what they had been doing is basically manipulating what I said and just putting stuff together. So I didn't see what you posted at all, right? But what I realized after in working with the police, because I did go to CTOC, you know, and they said, well, obviously they're manipulating your messages.
You went far, and I'm glad you went that far.
Mm-hmm.
So take me now to how are you feeling at this point about your friend, Shelly-Ann? Because
I went through grief, not just when she died, but when I got this news. I went from denial to anger to depression. I don't know if I reached acceptance yet, but it's work in progress because you have to come to terms that your friend did this to your other friend.
So you are accepting. Just take your time.
I can't, I'm not at 100% acceptance yet.
Answer this question because the spirit of Melissa come through me and I need you. Did Shelly-Ann kill Melissa?
I can't tell you that. I don't know. It looks so, but I'm not going to sit here and say yes because I want it to go to court and I want it to go through the process. Shelly.
What is your gut as a woman, knowing her?
Knowing her, I am at being brutally honest. I'm at 50-50.
Okay.
And before, I was probably I'm working my way from 10 and I'm now at 50. It's a process. And that's what I keep telling people. Allow me to get there in my time because it still blows my mind. Remember now, I've never seen these people fight. I've always seen them as a loving couple. I've never seen, even the last time I saw both of them, which was at her mom's funeral, I've never seen him raise his voice to her and vice versa. Never. So it's going to take me time to get there to say, did him really do that?
How do you feel today about him?
Disappointed. Not just for the fact that maybe he could have done it, but the stuff that I'm hearing about the lead up You understand?
Stop right there, please. Because you went back, and I want to be very clear. Who contacted you? Someone, because you said it already, so someone from the police had contacted you.
No. I contacted the police. My friend heard on Nationwide. My friend in BVI called me and said to me, Kamla, you're a person of interest. I said, what are you talking about? And she said, but we just hear it on Nationwide that you're a person of interest. I said, I don't know about that, and I've not been contacted by the police.
So that would be Cliff Hughes.
That's what she said. She heard Cliff Hughes saying.
I played that also on my Instagram.
I don't even know if he called my name.
No, but
yes,
I believe
the inference.
Yes, blogger.
Right.
Activist.
Exactly. So somebody called me from BVI, a good friend of mine, and say, Kamla, police call you? So I said, no, what are you talking about? So I was on my way to camping with my husband and some friends, right? We did have a police brethren that was with us, and I said to him, this is what I'm hearing. So he said, all right, this is what you're going to do. The first thing you need to do is contact your lawyer, because I show him everything, and I said, this is what they have done with my
words and
the words.
Yes.
So he said, contact your lawyer and put out a statement. So that's when my statement came out from Ludlow Black, who was the lawyer that did it for me. But my problem now is that he sent it in a Word document, but because I was in the car driving, using my phone, manipulating my phone, part of the bottom part is like your finger press it and it block, and then, it says select all, and then I accidentally deleted a phrase from the last part and throw off the man letter. He gave me a perfectly drafted letter. Anyway, I was going up into Blue Mountains. So by the time I find out, say, something wrong with it, and the messages started coming in because the signal choppy.
Okay.
Right.
Just carry me now to the point where you contacted
the police. So I spoke to the lawyer. He did the letter. That was the Saturday. I put it out on my way up to Blue Mountains for camping. And on Monday morning, I went to CTOC. Right?
You contacted them
I
and
went
said you
there,
want to go there?
Yes, and okay. I made the report and did
they
my
asked
statement.
You all these questions?
No, CTOC wasn't in charge. CTOC is for cybercrimes. So when I left cybercrimes, I went to the investigators down by MID.
MID is in Spanish Town?
Spanish Town Road.
Get it.
So when I went there, because I had reached out through, as I say, my friend,
your contact, yes, I know,
helped me to,
yes, to
so
do
I
the
went
right
in,
way.
yeah. So I went in and I said, "This is what I'm hearing," and they were like, "Well, you're kind of jumping the gun." So they were kind of surprised because they didn't.
But you want to get it?
Yeah, because this has nothing to do with me. You understand? So they were like, "Okay," and I sat with one of the officers in his office and just talking and going through, and him say, "You know what? Let's do a voluntary, let's just take some voluntary information from you." And the line he was going was more about her character, about who she was, and about them as a couple, Nothing to do with the actual crime. Because, you see, people underestimate Jamaican police in terms of when they're investigating. You see them putting up all of these things and blah, 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 and they want that. No, what they're trying to do is reconstruct what happened, and they would have gotten a lot of the information already. So they're like, relax, we know when you reach, and we know, they already assured me. So when I keep on hearing, I'm wanted, and the thing about it, I've contacted them several times after, because I'm like, hey, you can't put out something, and they're like, nope. We can't put out anything. We can't put out anything.
So you choose to go on platforms like
this. Yeah, because and I respect them because they have to reach a certain level in their investigation.
But how has the rumors affected you as a mother, as a wife, you're part of this establishment, and PNP is all over it, regardless if you don't want to say in some way or form.
All right, I like to look at. I'm no new kid on the block when it comes to people targeting me. They tend to target me a lot. I don't know. It's like the JLP give me more props in PNP than me give myself. So them always a target me. So
Yes.
me, where that concern.
Yeah, but this have to do with playing a role with
In a murder. Right.
And it's not a normal murder.
I know.
This is somebody that you went to.
So, yeah. So people who know me, right? And I think what worked out well for me is that so many people contacted me when it happened. You understand? So, like, for instance, a friend of mine reminded me yesterday Friday, that he called me. He said, somebody said to him, say, you're a friend involved. He said, that's impossible because me did call her and she was devastated. So people could say, no, man.
That you're never involved.
Even my patients, because when they called me.
I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
And I know that this is truth.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go a little deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Did Mark call you?
No. He wouldn't, because he was in funeral. The same funeral I was to go.
No, meaning not then.
No, man.
I'm talking about there's an election going on and so many people, because it's not only your name.
But so many people.
There is Dayton name. There is Dr. Dawes.
And that's the thing. They can go on their platform and clean up their name.
Mm-hmm. Walton Bunting.
Mm-hmm.
There is Mikkel. There is, if I tell you who I hear, buy mattress, who moved this and who moved that, I would think the leader me not know, because I've never met him in person.
And the thing about it is a lot of these things are rumors and speculation and truly.
So he's not concerned about you playing any part.
No,
he just never.
I haven't spoken to him about this once. Matter of fact, from it happened, I have not had a conversation with the leader for anything at all.
Truth now.
Yeah.
Did this case put a damper on the campaign to what PNP? Let me try to get the words right, because I want to.
If it affect the campaign at all.
Yes.
They'd like it to affect it more than it's affecting.
But it's
must, because first and foremost, you know that there is a faction within the party, a very small, it's shrinking, that like to grab these things and push them. So of course it gives them something.
Cross.
Yeah. So it gives them something to push.
Push, yes.
You understand? But then I said to myself, you wonder why these people sometimes listen, because the last time with the same theory she put out when
Paulwell?
Exactly. And the people she implicated, it turned out that none of these people were involved. And then people really going to take her serious again. In terms of that. This is fodder for them to use to throw stones. You understand? First and foremost, I need to get this out there. Without being...
You want to talk to me or you want to look at the camera?
Without being married to Shelly-Ann, Melissa was a top comrade in her own right. Leslie-Ann Davis, Melissa's mother, was a PNP stalwart. So even if she were not married to him, she's a well-respected comrade. So why would the party conspire to hurt her?
I have another question.
Sure.
Did you go to the funeral?
Of course, I did.
I didn't see you.
You know where I always sit when I go to that church?
To the back?
No, I was at the side. You know the entrance where the hearse normally is. So if you're coming through the halfway tree gate, as you come through the square, and that gate, that top part, the side, the flank, right where the cantor normally is at.
You notice I said I didn't see you.
Right.
Did you see me?
No, I don't remember seeing you.
I wasn't there.
I don't remember seeing you. But I was there.
I was just looking through the lens of what was coming out on social media. So I was looking out for everybody.
I was there. Right, as I say, it's so ironic. I sat the same place for her mom's funeral, and I sat the same place for her son's funeral.
I'm glad you tell me that you were there, because I was looking on you a little way, and I said, I was there. I don't see her, so.
I was there.
I'm glad I got that out. I want to know, PJ Patterson,
Don't remember seeing him.
He wasn't there. But do you remember him putting out a tribute?
Yeah. I still have her program. When I
read it,
I need to
say this. I don't want to hear about Tony. I want to hear about PJ.
I was just saying I reached when it was being read.
Oh, but did you? Oh, you didn't actually.
I think Tony Hilton is the one that read it.
But you didn't get the start.
I wouldn't, because I got there when it had already, the tributes were being read. I know I was there with I caught the entire tribute being read by Mrs. Silvera, but the tribute before.
And Mrs. Silvero
is Julian's mother.
I know. And she read his tribute.
Yes, she did.
Is that normal?
I don't know. I can't tell you, because it depends on how distraught a person is. I don't know. I'm not going to go there mentally in terms of thinking of whether it's normal or not. You understand?
It didn't seem normal to me. It didn't feel normal to me. You have so many kids with this person. It didn't. Do you want to even know what? What?
Well, I know from day one that you thought from day one that he did it. I saw you on Twitter. You understand? But I just refused. As I said to you, by that time, my mind is blown. You see, 2 weeks before Melissa died, we lost another one of our dear bloggers that was like a little brother to me. And I never even finished process his death. He never even buried it. And it's like I had a ache in my heart. And then when Melissa died, it just go on top. And then this now, you're hearing this, it's like my heart.
How did you feel when you see me, somebody that you know saying, I am a murderer, I am a murderer, but before this even come out, how you felt? Like, were you upset with me?
No, I wasn't, because I expected it. And then worse, I have to be truthful. Me knowing my brain, so most of these cases is somebody she has to know, is a close loved one. So he would naturally be the primary suspect.
Naturally.
Yeah.
So
it's like, even though you want to say, no, I can't believe.
Did you talk to him at the funeral?
No, not during the funeral, towards the end, at the end when everybody gathered.
And this is at the heights of... This
is before it was released that...
No, but this is the heights of rumors that he is about to be arrested. What was the energy?
I hated the energy at the funeral. The energy at the funeral.
That you were getting from him?
No, not from him.
Just...
In general.
Take me there.
All right. So I didn't see him until at the graveside, because, she was interred in the churchyard. And so by the time they come out and they go down there, so after everything, I stood to the back and I went and I greeted him. He had his son, the baby, little one.
Yes, I saw it.
Right, in his hand. So I couldn't really say much, but I just wanted him to know that I was there. You understand? And
what was the feelings towards him? Because the rumors are out now and they're strong.
At that time, to be brutally honest with you, I tune out the rumors in my head. When it became real for me is when they were like the ballistics match.
And that was after the funeral.
Yeah, man. That is after the funeral. That is when it reached me. Say, wait a second now.
Tell me about that feeling, because these are your friends.
Yeah, that's when I was like, Jesus, it looked like, say, really,
you're wrong.
This is where the belly start
feeling.
Yeah, that's when I started getting that uncomfortable.
And
feeling.
I saw a message. I don't remember. I can't lie, but it came from you that you answered somebody on social media, and it was almost as if you were saying, I am coming to a different conclusion now. It wasn't those exact words.
And you see, it's so many rumors about things that I say that I didn't say.
Did you document anywhere that you are now might believe something else?
I have not to this day documented, because I've made up my mind.
So today is the first day that you're saying that you have
that
higher than your
yes,
stomach.
it is. It is. Because really and truly, I just want to go through the process and hear what the
I have to
the judge
ask
has
you a
to say.
question. Sashana Miller. Do you know who she is?
I've never met her. I don't know her. It's the first I hear the name. The first time I hear the name is when they put it out as a person of interest. I even did a blog that, listen, my name don't
saw
spell
it.
so. Yeah, so.
That's how I
as
know
everybody,
you have. That's how I know, no. You have nothing to do with this, and you are. That's how when I knew. Clear, no. You're faced with it now because now you seem to be shocked. But how do you feel now? Because there's a lot of rumors about her. I have even heard she's pregnant. I have even heard he was driving her car on the morning.
You hear more than me.
Yeah, man, tea time.
It's the first
tea
time
time, tea
this,
time. My ears
'cause
them,
I
ears
didn't
them
hear.
cock up. You don't know her.
I've never met her, and the first time that I started hearing rumors circulating that there is some other woman or anything like that was actually after she passed. Because you know how Melissa was.
So the rumors started to
The
come
rumor
up.
started. Them
Would
said
it-
that's why she killed herself. That's the first time I heard the rumor. Yeah. They said that she killed herself because he has some other woman.
Do you know where she got shot?
Just the same rumors where say she gets shot in her.
Parts and lower part?
Yeah.
I need to ask you one last question, and I think that I'm going to end this soon.
Right.
With your background in the medical field, and this is a genuine question, like I'm being so genuine. How much blood is expected from, and what kind of...
And this was a learning process for me, because I actually went to research it because of this, because I didn't know. Because and I think the part of the conversation that you would have seen.
No, man, I want to know.
Me no know. I don't know.
Blood? How much blood would it?
Gosh, or whatever.
Would it be? If
lot.
you're in the bed, it would be a lot. You think it might?
Well, there's a police friend of mine that was following all of this, and she used to just send me stuff, and she was saying, it could have happened, because I think what they spliced for me is when I said that cannot be possible, because it just don't make no sense. And she's like, well, it actually happens, and there are cases that have happened before.
Is there an injection that can stop the blood?
I never heard of that injection in my life.
Okay.
I've never heard of it.
All right, stay right here.
Yeah.
Stay with me. Because we'll have to wrap up, but
Yeah.
I know that there's something that I just need to ask you. So the blood is there and all of that. Now, if I told you right now that the mattress a new mattress was bought, and a truck who brought the mattress took the old mattress, and it's in the possession of the police, and I haven't spoken to the police. What would you think that in the house all of these things happen, and I'm sure you heard of the renovation that took place?
Yeah, I heard about the renovation.
Okay.
I heard about that.
Stay with me. So what if if the mattress was taken, renovations, and other people paid for it?
I hear a lot of those rumors.
All right. What if the rumors were true? Now stay with me. Please stay with me. Just imagine. How many more people would have to be involved in setting up the atmosphere to be, I'm going to carry you right back. You're now back at the house today, but it looks natural.
Yeah.
How many people would have to be involved? Or you don't know, we don't know.
It could be like a Donnelly situation. I don't know.
You don't know, but come on now. You and I are bright people.
Yeah, I know.
So
but if
how
mattress
many-
move out and all of these things happen,
Yes.
then a few people would have to be involved.
A few people.
Yeah.
Now, my last question. Do you think that those people should be arrested?
Of course, once they're involved in any way at all, because if you go somewhere, if I should go somewhere, and see a lot of blood like that, and you know that police, I mean, that is a sign, suspicious sign. You understand?
But just want to thank you.
No, but that's natural.
I want to thank you for answering that because I almost felt that people has forgotten what is right.
It's somebody's life at the end of the day. And listen, no matter what, Melissa was our friend. She was our friend first before anything else. And anybody who was responsible for this have to go to jail.
She was a good mother.
She was a good, and I worry about her children no more than anything else.
And it must be, and I am now there where I'm power praying for her. I am going to say, Kamla.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Trust me.
And I am going to say, thank you for sharing.
I had to.
And I needed to breathe through this because something is making me, I don't know if it's her spirit. I have to get clarity within the space. And I am very happy on how strong, and I actually understand the turbulence of emotions that you must have gone through. And I
still going through.
Still. Yeah. It's a process.
It's a process. It's a process, trust me. At one point, I thought I was going crazy.
I just wanted to thank you, and I hold in your hand.
Yeah.
And it has affected a lot of people, and I think everybody needs to know that this. I'm actually want to end it here.